How's it going?
Hi, Jeremy.
Hi, Jeremy.
Gentlemen, thank you for taking the time to join me this afternoon.
Well,
Thank you for taking the time to join us. How are you doing?
Oh, dude, I am living the dream, my friend. I got you guys just this week announcing a date to come back to San Diego after 5 years.
Yeah, we're excited to come, and yeah, thanks for saying that.
Are you kidding me? With what you've done with this tour, not only can I take a second to just appreciate the fact that you took a break from touring for a while to make sure that we could do a Coldplay tour that was sustainable, that was environmentally friendly. And you are not only doing that now, you're also bringing it to San Diego.
I think if you have anything great, you should bring it to San Diego. That's one of life's rules.
Okay, question. San Diego, your favorite part about it?
I think the air.
You know, having all that coastal moisture is an amazing thing for your skin.
I remember when we first came there in like 2000. Yeah, you're right. 2001, 2.
Yes.
Just waking up and being like, I can't believe people get to breathe this every day. It's amazing.
It's funny that you mentioned that. I was there for that first show. You guys played Cox Arena at SDSU, and it was such a mind-blowing experience that I'll never forget my first Coldplay experience, because there were literally people lined up outside the arena, which was an indoor arena, just to try and listen to you guys when the doors opened.
I thought they were waiting for the next day's show.
They wanted to be right up there in front, see you guys as close as they could.
Yeah.
Wow.
But listen, man, I think one thing we're really grateful for is our audience. You know, that's been the basis of our entire lives at this point. And so we're just so grateful that anyone shows up, and it makes it easy to try your hardest.
Well, you got a lot of fans, and it's well earned through the music you put out. I will still never forget the first time I was handed a Coldplay CD at a beach bonfire, and we put it in I put it in the stereo for the first time, and was like, this band, and oh my God, this music. And from there, I mean, it was a meteoric rise, and you guys haven't looked back since, and it keeps getting better. And you mentioned the fans. You kind of brought the fans into this whole concert experience, this Music of the Spheres world tour, because, you know, when people come to your show, they're not just standing in the audience. They get these cool these LED bands that go along with the music and everything that's going on.
Yes, those wristbands, which this is our third tour with them, but each tour they get better. Now they're doing the things that we really dreamed about, and this year they're going to do some new stuff, because they can now do like almost pictures in a way.
Yeah, it's almost like a massive TV screen.
Yeah.
In the past, they were so sort of rudimentary that people would have to like time them to switch on at the right time.
The first time we ever used them in Madrid in 2011, they could only switch on at like 9:12 p.m. So we had to work out exactly when to go on stage, you know,
so that they would come on at the right point.
Yeah.
Well, now I know you have some cool things planned for this tour when it launches. Have you had a moment with those where you've looked out across the sea of people at arena and went, my God, what the hell am I doing? What's going on here? How am I a part of this?
I think I feel that about my life in general. So yes, I think you get a moment or two like that, but then it's very quick to snap back to I'm doing my job here, so that, you know, people have paid a lot of money or they've made a lot of effort to be here. You can't spend too long in that like, whoa.
Otherwise you forget to play the next chord.
Yeah. And there's so much muscle memory involved that you don't want to snap out of it too much.
As a fan, you kind of see that happen with artists on stage, and it's a cool experience to be like, my God, they're experiencing the same euphoria I am. They're working, yes, they're putting on a show, but we're connected in that moment. I think that's a special moment between fans and artists when that happens.
I mean, it's what we live for, yeah.
And, you know, you said people spend a lot of money. I know there's something you guys offer. It's called the Infinity Ticket Program.
Yep.
What's that? Just kind of a snapshot.
That's a very cheap ticket. We are able to do, you know, these shows are expensive to put on, but we're able to do a certain amount of really cheap tickets. That is often to do with, in the last couple of days before a show, we work out, you know, which seats can we open up, which ones will be blocked by view, so we don't sell them. And there's a certain sort of unknowable location of certain tickets, and those we can sell really cheaply, but it means that you might not know where you're going to sit until the day, or because it might be like to the left of the stage, it might be that the fire authority let us have an extra 1,000 people on the pitch. You know, it could be any of those things.
I've always said San Diego is one of those markets where even if you do have a one seat in a sea of people, you're going to find your new best friends to the right or to the left of you. And these are the people you're going to see at the farmer's market the next week. And it's like, oh my God, didn't I meet you at the Coldplay show at Snapdragon Stadium?
Yeah,
It's really kind of a big, small town in that way. And I'm glad you guys do that. It's easy just to let those tickets go unsold and not have to worry about them. But offering, you know, affordable tickets to see events like what you guys are about to bring to our hometown is so cool. So thank you.
I mean, it's very important to us, so you don't have to thank us for anything.
I wanted to ask, you know, we were talking about visuals and songs and things that happen during the show. Have you got anything planned that you're kind of really excited to bring to San Diego when you're playing in September?
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing.
Oh, of course, the whole thing. But I mean, there's got to be something like some pet project. I mean, I'm not asking you to pick your favorite kid because I could never do that myself. But you know, there's got to be one song where like you just feel that the visuals are just so spectacular. There's something that happens that you planned on stage just to keep an eye out for when we start to hear that song.
Yeah, well, we're going to be playing a new song by then, which has, I can't give you any details at all.
You've given me enough right there. All I know is you're playing a new song.
But the visual on the wristbands for that should look amazing. Yeah.
Oh my God, there's so many more questions I want to ask you, but
Very
I know
sweet to get excited about. Absolutely no information at all. But
hey, as a fan of the band, these are the things you get excited about. New song, something really cool that happens with the wristbands. It's enough to get anyone to pull the trigger, including the supporting acts you have. One more question before we get out of here. Her and 070 Shake. I mean,
oh yeah,
you picked some amazing
yeah.
support.
We could go on first on that.
Yeah, really. We've been touring with her all last year, and she is really awesomely wonderful.
To paraphrase Spinal Tap, they were still booing her when we came on. I feel like every night we were like, it's ridiculous how good she is.
Do we have to follow that?
Yeah.
Well, I cannot wait to have you guys back in San Diego. It's been a long 5 years waiting. Thank you for your time and joining me this afternoon. And we will see you,
man. What a sweet guy.
Yeah.
in September.
Really
okay,
nice to
my
meet
brother.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Take care.